how do you explain this performance after?
Yeah, it's unacceptable. Obviously, they come out to get the first goal. I thought we battled. Obviously, got back that one on the power play. Great play by Kaner and Razor there. I mean, it's as tough as it gets right now in the room. We got to find a way to bounce back. We got to find a way to get up and put our pride on the line and be better.
And there was so much emphasis on getting a good start tonight. Did you feel like the start was adequate, or?
Yeah, I mean it was better. I wouldn't say it's exactly what we want, but better.
David, when you're going through a stretch like this, do you kind of sense some tentativeness? Just guys just afraid to make that one mistake that's going to lead to a goal.
I mean, possibly, but that's what's been costing us is mistakes that we shouldn't make at the wrong time. So I don't know what it is, but find a way not make it. And every team's going through that. We thought maybe at times we were gonna make some plays through to get to the playoffs, but this league is too good. It keeps you honest, and I think that's what's happening a little bit to us right now. And yeah, like you could say maybe you can be too tentative at times to make plays, but that's not what I feel.
How do you try and find confidence when it's this low?
Yeah, get back at it in practice. Just find a way to turn the page, zero in on the next game, and go at it. Why not do it against the Sabres?
Just the lack of enough scoring. I mean, you guys have had the depth all season. Is that kind of disappointing, obviously, at this point, that you guys aren't getting the offense that you did earlier in the year?
Yeah, like for sure it is, but again, you don't get the same type of offense throughout the whole year. These are, I don't know, like tentative or not making plays or whatever it is. It's just different hockey at this time of the year. You don't outscore your problems all the way through the year. I just don't believe in that. I haven't seen a team recently winning the Stanley Cup that way. Over my whole career, I haven't seen that. And we got to find a way to put a sound, solid game for 60 minutes that we can hang our hat to and be proud of it at the end of the night. And most of the time, we're gonna have to allow less than 2 goals. So it's 3 goals. That's what it is. If we allow more than that, in this league, you don't win too often. And we can talk about scoring all we want, but we gotta play strong defensively before we get to that.
And is there anything you can put your finger on besides? I mean, it can't just be that Dylan Larkin isn't in the lineup as much as he does bring.
No, it's not just Larks. I mean, defensively, I think you see the chances we give up, the breakdowns that we have. When we've been playing well this year, those chances aren't happening as frequently as they are right now. So that's what I see. I see too many chances given up. Puts too much stress on what we're trying to do defensively, and it's costing us.
David, even though you scored you scored 1 power play goal, to
Yeah.
get 4 of them fairly early in the game and not come away with more, is that a little deflating? And is the power play just something that you need to generate more on to help you?
Yeah,
well,
you want to get momentum after each and every single one of them. I mean, like a good power play will get around 25%. So if you go 1 for 3, 1 for 4, that's exactly what this is. Obviously, I kind of get what you're feeling a little bit. We felt like we were not as sharp as we would like to be, maybe on the first couple ones, but to come through with that goal there was massive for us at the time. Yeah, like I see a little bit what you're saying there.
You're talking some of the mistakes. Is that something that's pressing, or is it something you guys pressing, or is it something else?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a number of different factors, but we need to get this thing going in the right direction. We have to be better defensively. I think you see the chances that we give up. They're ones that shouldn't happen, especially at this time of year when everything should be rolling in the same direction. It should be like a machine by this point, and just everyone knows exactly where they're supposed to be and being there at the right time. And we're not there yet, and we need to get there in a hurry.
You mentioned the starts being better, but still not what you want. What do you think the issue has been with finding how that tone early in games that you want to have?
I see recently that we get down 1 and it's a little bit deflating for the group. It was happening earlier in the year too. I remember same kind of thing. We'd give up the first goal and kind of get on our heels a little bit. but when we're playing well and things are going well for us, it doesn't really bother us. We know we're going to get the next goal, and right now we just kind of lost that confidence that we can do it. So fighting to get that back is what we need.
Derek, how do you explain this performance?
It's frustrating because at times we had some jump, we had some zone time. It's just really frustrating. They only had 2 chances in the third, and one was gifted on just a poor arrival, which we gave up the slot. And then we didn't give up a ton, I think we only gave a couple in the second. And we had a turnover from one of our most reliable D. Just frustrating that we were much better in some aspects of the game. Obviously, we had some looks. But again, just some of the areas in our game, obviously not as much tonight, but it found us, especially for the second and third goal.
When you were scoring a lot of goals earlier, I mean, now that you're not, I mean, just how much more pressure does that put on a team to?
Yeah, well, you got to be really good in the power play. We got a power play goal tonight, but we weren't sharp. Obviously, we gave up one, so it's 1-1. But there was just a little momentum lost off it. And then we had some zone time. We had some looks. I still think we got to be a little more simple. We got to get more pucks to the net. We just had some pucks at the point that we just let die. So again, when it's struggling, we're not scoring 5-on-5. We really got to be simple, get some pucks and bodies to the net. And again, we didn't give up a ton. It's just the second and third, just self-inflicted.
Derek, do you think you guys are pressing a little bit?
Oh yeah, there's probably some of that. There's some. I think you saw some of the pressing on the power play, and maybe a little bit on our 5-on-5. But again, we could have found ourselves. This was not a whole lot going on. This will be a very low chance against type game. We're going to have to be there 1-1 in the second or 2-1 in the third, and give us a chance in the last 8 or 9 minutes instead of giving up the third goal.
Derek, it seemed like earlier in the season, you guys, just right from the first shift, would have so much jump, so much energy. How do you reignite so much?
Yeah, so we didn't have jump tonight, and that's, there's no doubt it felt like they had a little bit of better legs. It's probably a little bit of us pressing. I think our guys wanted so much. You saw the effort in practice. It just, we tried to press a little bit. We're getting some of our offensive guys back out there more. That's probably drained them a little bit. But again, if we're not going to generate a ton 5-on-5, we got to be in these low-scoring games, give ourselves a chance. So we had an opportunity to be in a low-scoring game tonight. Just didn't like the way we gave up the second, didn't like the way we gave up the third to distance it.
In your experience as a coach, have you seen anything like this where a team is playing very well and then all of a sudden kind of loses its way?
Yeah, of course. Your career, you go through some things like this. It's just trying to find some answers throughout the lineup. We got it. It's reality. We have not handled our group very well with Dylan out, and there's no reason for that. He's a special player. He's our engine a lot of nights, but we have very capable groups. We have a very capable lineup. I think it's got to be a little more emphasis on, again, those defensive mistakes. This could have been, if it's not going in for us tonight, good performance by their goalie. They might have to be 1-1, 2-1, 4 or 5 minutes left, but unfortunately we didn't get to that.
To give up another breakaway fairly early in the game, I mean, is that part of the pressing that you're seeing?
No, that was very disappointing on the power play. I don't know why we just gave it away in the corner. We just shoved it up the wall to an easy breakaway, and Mo blew a tire. Guy made a pretty nice play on it, but yeah, obviously it's part of you could easily eliminate all 3 of their goals tonight.
And Chiarot talked about maybe feeling deflated after a goal goes in, or the other team takes the lead. And earlier in the season, this team was a little bit more resilient when things like that happen. Do you think that is just a lack of?
Yeah, well, for sure, there's a lack of confidence there. You saw it when we gave the first one, but we got the one to get us 1-1. actually, when they scored, make it 2-1, I thought we had a really good push. We did some good things towards the end of the second, but we still come out of it 2-1. And then I really liked our push in the third. We just didn't generate a ton with as much zone time as we had, and unfortunately, we just had a bad D arrival there. It's literally their first chance of the period, and it's a slot shot.